Greetings and salutations. So I changed the loadout on the Buccaneer. I want to say Barracuda, the Buccaneer. I've been doing that for like 2 weeks, and I changed the loadout, and I wish they would. You could put a note in here because I'm running one of these is a loaner, I think for the Caterpillar, and because the side door is messed up, and the other one I've bought and along the way. And so if I come on, let me get out of this. If I go to F2, I gotta because what happens is if I have one and then I claim the other one, um, they'll change the order of what they are from one and two, so it gets convoluted. And so I've changed their weapon loadout a couple different times. So this is the better one. I believe this was the one that I edited last night. And what I've been doing is I've been running the Drake Buccaneer split mount, which lets me do the two CF22s, and it comes out to be a little bit higher DPS than one large CF447. So it's a little bit of an upgrade on DPS, even though it doesn't look as menacing, with a giant cannon on top, little Napoleon syndrome. And then I swapped out the tier one because there's a bonus that you get. I shouldn't say bonus, but you can gimbal your size one guns for free basically. So you can put a gimbal on them and a a size one gun with it and not lose it downscaling. Like if I have a size three and I gimbal it, then it bumps it down to a two. But that's not the case for the ones. So for the ones, I just ran the ballistic yellow jackets, and so that upped my DPS a little bit. And when I run out of ammo, the idea behind it is if I run out of ammo, I'm only losing my I forgot to look and see which one that was. I'm only losing my size one guns, and I still have four size twos, which are the CF227s, and that's the idea behind this. Because the other configuration, let's go Barracuda one. When I put paint on them, I put paint on them to try to distinguish. So this one's fully upgraded. Okay, this is Barracuda weapons. Scroll down, yellow jacket. Yeah, so this is Barracuda, no number. Okay. The other one is full laser. And so the idea by putting the yellow jackets on the end is you have a limited capacitor size. And so you basically split your ammo capacity between all six guns. And so the idea is well, I'll split it between just four guns and create a little bit more ammo capacity and sustain DPS over a longer period of time. There it is, retrieve. And I've been on a side note. I've been playing the. I watch a lot of YouTubers. On their tiered systems, and it's interesting because they'll be like trash. It's just trash. It's trash. It's trash. It's just trash. It's trash. And I play this, and I'm like, man, I enjoy playing this one. I'm digging this. And I recognize the different mechanics, or I recognize their different capabilities and how they're tuned different. I'm like, oh, this has a skill set that the other one doesn't have. Like it has the ability to turn in where the other ones you have to drift. Now here you can see, to segue back, you can see I have the I've kind of reduced it. Two things I wish they would add in the cockpit. I could daisy chain my firing combinations. Like instead of having, I wish I could separate my ballistics from my, like if you look at the right screen right here, let me zoom in right here. I wish I could take this one and separate them out and then put the two Badgers over here. So when I fire all four Badgers at once, would be my left click, and then my right click would be the two yellow jackets. But I can't figure out how to. I don't think it's in the option set. But all of these are gimbaled. You see, I got the little reticle up. So what I like about the gimbling is yes, it's less DPS, but it is also more time on target. It's significantly more time on target. And so you could argue that it's 30 or 40% more time on target. And when you factor in, trying to since this thing doesn't have any real shields, it's basically an aluminum can with a rocket on it. Um, when you factor in, here a little pro tip: when you pick yours, look, I'm still in my pajamas or my gown. Um, you do your bounty mission first. We're gonna do HVRT, accept offer, and then you do your mercenary second, and that way it properly tracks, because otherwise if you do the mercenary first, the call to arm, it tracks that one, and then you have to go back in there, so you just eliminate a menu. Where did it go? Here it is. So that's a space combat, and I need to do some area land combats. I probably need to go back to Hurston and kind of reassess some of these. But I've been playing the Hurricane, and the way that I have this loaded out is the exact same way the Hurricane is. The four and the two, they're almost identical. Oh, this is on the other side. Is this a planetary? And so, and the one thing I didn't real I was playing a match against a Hurricane, and it shot off all the components, all the wings. I was like, the shields are completely gone. I mean, it was just a cockpit and like one antenna sticking out to the side, broken off, and that thing was still just chugging along. All the guns were broken except one, and I was able to finish the mission. And I was like, man, this thing is tanky compared to flying around this Buccaneer that I've been, that I got like I don't know, 150 missions in or something. I was like, man, this thing's a brick. I just was blown away by how beef. I would have died 30 times over. So I'm like, okay, I see the value. I see the value. Yes, they say it's slower, but um, it's okay. It can be that much slower when you when you can still alive and all of your parts are gone. You're like, this is nuts. And I've been trying to get my head wrapped around what the difference is between the Hornet and the Super Hornet. I think it's just the cockpit. And another thing I really like about the Super Hornet is that the when there's not a, second person, it where they go? Or did I fly past it? Get rid of this. There he is. Right there he is. Is he flying towards me? I'm just going to do a full volley. It's like, hello. Oh, and then another issue that I ran into, come up, blip, blip, blip. Go, go. See, shields are already gone in this thing. Like, just one volley, and it's like, oh, I'm out. I'm out. But they come back quick. Okay. Put it back over to weapons. Gimbal them up. I wish you could set a default, too. Okay, this guy one step. This is not him, but they... Oh, that's a. You can see I already got it. I'm already back around. Just doing so much damage. So much damage. Shield's coming back. Let me see. I got 130 yellow jackets. I'm gonna try to save that for the. Let me see. Dude, let's just do a full volley. Oh, we're probably too close. Ooh, ooh. One hit. Gimbaled up. Oh, they're still flying. They're still flying. Can they connect? Okay, so one thing I learned is that you don't want to get. Ooh, what's going on? That's the wrong one. Oh, shields are down. I just want to burn this guy. He went down quick. I definitely like the yellow jackets on the end. It gives me substantially more, probably a 40% more ammunition rate. It's just a good synergy. Where's this other clown at? Time to go, baby. Time to go. Where'd you go? Did you disappear? F5. There it is. I'm still getting used to the F4 and the F5, but it's like I can't save the, I can't save the, let me roll the mouse down. Ooh, and put me in a strafe. I can't save them is the problem. Like, if I want to use my secondary badgers, make sure my, and the nice thing about the Barracuda, this flies okay. This, people talk about the Buccaneer. The Buccaneer's trash in atmosphere. Look at that. Ooh, ooh. Let me. I lost something. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a little atmospheric, but it's not jerking though. Come on, F7, come back. I bought the Tobii Itra. There we go. We're good. Okay, everything back to F5. I don't know how many tabs. I got to count the tabs. Where'd you go? Did I lose you? F5. Hmm. Yeah, you can see I lost the right yellow jacket. So there's a bug right now. And as long as there's a bug, if I take this back and I repair it, sometimes it doesn't repair the right gun, right? It doesn't, I gotta stop saying right. If I hit F4, you can see I'm missing my right wing. So or I can say I lost my starboard wing, and you can see the port wing is still there. So what it'll do is it doesn't always happen, but it'll regenerate the wing, but then it doesn't regenerate the gun. And it happens like 30% of the time. But the issue that you run into is that I prefer the twin cannons on top with the Buccaneer gimbal. Um, so yeah, I bought the paint job on this, the white paint job. I hate white, but I did it to distinguish the two vehicles, the two Buccaneers, the loaner and this one. And yeah, I could just tell that you know this was a good experience. I was able to do, make the 20K, and I'm just gonna self-destruct. Glorious, a glorious death. Here we'll do a visual cinematic. There we go. Visual cinematic. I need to spend more time editing. I gotta watch some YouTube. I just hate it. I hate it. And so I realize that my video production is very B-roll, which I kind of enjoy. When I watch some of those Linux YouTubers and they do the B-roll stuff, like they record part of it with their cell phone and they record part of it with the GoPro. I prefer those type of videos because I know I'm not like supporting some, corporate turd. And so that was epic. And so I like to support the little guy who's trying to be entrepreneurial. So I always subscribe to their stuff and view and see what they got going on. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll claim this. It'll take 10 minutes and then we'll jump into Barracuda and I'll kind of give a contrast of how it feels. I know and they're running the same weapons. They both have the same weapon. So I think it's good. It's a good metric to, I also like that I don't have to buy a freaking suit. I'm able to leave Grim Hex. Just wish they would give me some pajamas with like bunny rabbits on it. Okay, we go out here. We're gonna make a head towards upstairs. Here it is. And then, Grim Hex is supposed to be the pirate station, but I like it because you're able to get out into the world and do bounties super quick. You don't have to do any of like the tram cars or the rail stations or any of that stuff. And the load is quick. It's not like it's going to nuke your computer with a, it's not going to nuke your computer with okay, let me claim this Buccaneer claim. File claim. And I think this will it'll make it when it populates, it'll make this one number 2. So it gets they need to have like instead of track because track doesn't work. They need to have note, or they need to have this needs more. This needs more reflushed out, like a version 3.0 or 4.0. I know they just updated it, but it's not there yet. Let's go to this. I was watching some YouTube videos last night on the FCA Super Hornet, and I was like, ooh, I would buy that. I would take out a mortgage, second loan on my mortgage, and I would buy that. I would take a loan, a second mortgage out on my mobile home trailer, and I would definitely do that. This guy's it's pretty dope. I like that. I like that. That's pretty. The Desert Baron. Yeah. Okay, Hangar 3. Hangar 3. And so this is going to be kind of a comparison. The other one, I kind of stayed in the upper atmosphere. I try to pull them up when I fly them, and this is much bigger, but man, this thing is beef. This thing is so beefy. And the cannons, yes, they're on the end, but there is also a little shroud right here that protects it to a certain extent. And then um, it looks like we do have a little clippage. Yeah, it does. I was watching some videos last night, and they were talking about how the landing gear does clip through the back of the. So everything's the same, with the C, right? The F7C. The only difference is the Dash M has the second cockpit. But what I like about this is if you're flying solo, you get to use the second turret. If someone's with you, they get to use the second turret. So it's a ship that has a lot of a lot of versatility. Almost said diversity. I hate that word. Versatility. And am I in the back seat or in the front seat? I can't tell. Let's call out. And Sarah, it even saved my loadout from last time. You'll see right here. It even saved the loadout from last time. I just wish it would save the MDFs in the same place that I changed them. But this has a better. I'm not saying it's a better ship. I'm just noticing the differences. This has a better display setup with similar visibility. And I notice I don't have any rockets. So the problem is let's see if I can. One of my issues that I've been running into with this is when I shoot the rockets. Let me go top off my coffee. When I shoot it's jacked. It's broken. That's what I've been noticing. It's a shit show when you damage the ship. You try to repair your rockets. You have to re-equip them is the problem. Okay, let's go out here. You can definitely tell it's slower. You can definitely tell you give up some speed. Right? But you're still, instead of doing like the 275, 300. Okay, you're doing like 225. Let me pick up a mission. And even though I'm a huge Drake fanboy, I think if I were to have to pick between the two ships, because the way that I have them loaded out is the exact same. Let me go Bounty Hunter, another, where is it? Right, the Glow VHRT. I forget what the R, I keep forgetting what the R stands for. Okay, it says track. Let's see. Hopefully this is a planetary. Oh, it's way out there. Ranger's last location. Yeah, and you can tell that this is an older. Oh, come on. That you can tell it's on another planet because the clear. Let's see if that fixes it. Sometimes you have to do like this dog and pony show to get the okay, set route. Boom. So that's why I destructed that last Buccaneer, was because when that cannon got blew off, there was a chance that it's going to do the same thing as the missiles, because if my missiles aren't back, probably because they got destroyed in the last fight. And then when I took it back and saved it, it saved it without the missiles, and now it's all janked up. So the only way to fix that is to basically find the place that sold my missiles and then re-equip them and unequip them, or re-equip the racks and unequip the. It's just a dog. It's just doo doo. It's doo doo. It's doo doo. Okay. I'm refilling my coffee right now. I gotta make sure I'm in the right state of mind.
Mic off. Mic feedback off.
Okay.
Mic on. Mic feedback on.
Where's this guy at? Then I went and did one of those caterpillar missions last night. Let me find this guy. They need to change the icon. Okay, this is another planetary. This is good. I would like for them to go through and do another pass and change the warp drive reticles and get them all standardized, because some of these they're just way too big. I don't need it to take up the entire, or add a option to where you can scale them. You know, put a menu set and you can scale it down. Yeah, I went and did that caterpillar mission last night. Oh, just a disaster. Just a disaster. I think it's interesting when let me speed up. Let me get my speed up. So now what's nice about this though is the ballistic guns are actually a larger size. So they're not the yellow jackets, they're actually scorpions. So this actually has a little bit more firepower than the Buccaneer, which is nice. It's got the bulldogs, which I believe are the class badger, bulldog. So I think it's but I'm changing that class 2 for a class 1 is what I'm doing. I'm giving up but they're daisy chained together though. So maybe that's a better deal. Maybe I need to do that, mirror. There we go. Let's get this one on the back. Let's get this. I don't know. Do I want to? Who's this guy? Well, this guy does not. He's following me. He's right there. Okay, gimbal. Like just strip the shields off, like, and so this thing you have to turn up into it. There's no. It's a hurricane too. Man, this thing's got so much whole hit points. So you got to turn into it. See, my shield's already gone, but I'm just like laying into it. Woo! I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna turn back into it. Yeah, you can't really strafe. You got to see, somebody's calling me. I wish they would fix that. Boost there. You got to use boost more on this guy too. Ballistics dry. Yeah, you have to change the way, like on the Buccaneer, I can strafe more. Come on. Oh, this guy's just such a beast. Just so many whole hit points. But the flying's good though. The flying in atmosphere is good. You just have to fly it a certain way. You have to understand how it's. And I'm even javeling, which is the worst way to do this. Like I shouldn't be javeling with this guy. Like this is not his. I'm using his strengths. I got to get behind him right away. There we go. I got to get behind him. I got to get up. Okay, I'm behind him now. No, am I? Shit. Oh, come on. Come on. And I'm not even doing shield management. I'm just full on, like just dogfighting with this guy with all the. Countermeasures. There it is. There it is. Right? It's just so beefy. You can just completely ignore the where's this guy at? Completely ignore, and it's flying okay in atmosphere. I'm not noticing. There's a Buccaneer. This guy's gonna go quick. Yeah, everything's gimbaled, which I prefer. It's just better time on target. You know, especially they argue that the reduced maneuverability. There it is, right? And it's just you're just so much more forgiving than the Buccaneer. There's another. What is this guy? Oh, He's a C. He's what I am. So just let me speed up. You can see I got my speed max, and I'm never. There it is, just like that. Is there a third guy? Yeah. Come on, get on target. Yeah, and this is an atmosphere, like no issues. And I'm staying up with there's no way I could do this in a Ion and Inferno. There's no way I can stay up with a little Gladius, because Gladiuses are super challenging to stay on top of. Boom, just like that. And I could have managed the Hurricane much better. Let's look. Let's see what the F F4. I like to see kind of the damage. So this thing's really growing on me. It the weak spot. It's easy to get this bottom turret shot off. I've noticed that can be damaged relatively pretty quickly. Um, but yeah, it's just in the way that they have that rear shroud slash wing. I just would like for, if I were to say have a wish list, just go through another pass on the interior, the Moby, not the Moby glass. Let me see. Let me go back to Grim Dawn, or Grim. I keep saying Grim Dawn. Yella set. Okay. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. If you like this kind of content, I'm more than happy. This is kind of a apples to apples, oranges to oranges, bananas to bananas comparison, right? Similar loadouts. Um, Arguably, maybe there's something to the way that they've split the loadout to where the energy is the left click and the scorpions are the right click. Maybe I need to do that. I wish there was an option set where I could get into the Mobi and change my right click and left click configuration, like drag which weapons to which for better energy disbursement and management. But unfortunately, it's not there yet. And a little bit more. Let me see if is this Grim? No. Is this Grim? No. Where's Grim? There's Grim. There's Grim. There's Grim. That's one thing I wish is they would go through and do it, because I noticed, like, right here, if I get in here, I can't change these. Right? These are locked, and so this thing needs another pass. Like this does, but this is locked, and this is locked. This is good, right? This is good. This is good. These don't reset too. They need to bake in, um, after 30 seconds, your missile lock warnings all reset. They never reset on any ship, and that's something that needs to be needs to be revisited from a developer aspect. That's kind of my clutch. Is I spent so many years playing Conan Exiles and pointing out like design flaws or issues that I think in that realm. Okay, so shift and X will power break me. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, get up. Yeah, see, I'm like rapidly slowing down. There we go. And then I'll call it in. I'd also like to see fixed the random calls that you get. I think it's on this side. The random calls that you get that cover up the target, and then so you can't see the target's status. You lose. Um, is this it right here? Yeah, this is it right here. Yeah. Yeah, so I hope let's see if um my shit will regenerate my weapons. Hit N. I try to be like pro mode and not use the camera view to yeah, okay. Ooh, little hot, little hot, little hot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That was a little sloppy. Oh, oh, this is like sloppy. Okay. So let's see if it gives me my ability to okay. Wow. So 2500. Okay. That's a good thing I cleared up those extra bogeys with was it called to arms because that paid for my repair costs basically. And then okay. And let's see if my missiles came back. Yeah, missiles are even though it charged me for them, missiles are not back. But everything else looks is there a zoom in, a zoom out? I have not figured out how to do that. I was watching one YouTuber where he um he was able to oh, why does my guy look so retarded? Definitely looks like somebody who eats paint. That's horrible. Okay. He like gets out of the cockpit all barefoot. It's like I'm already ready for death. I'm already there. I'm like don't even waste the time with a uniform or a I'm already just stick me in the box. Okay, back to lobby. I'm gonna have to stow it and then re-equip it and then uh hopefully I can fix the munitions loadout. That's hilarious. Stow. And so this is how even though I'm a huge Drake fanboy, I would say between the two, I would pick the anvil. And the reason why is that when you start some of the most satisfying gameplay is the multi-crew experience, and to be able to have the multi-crew experience and still have the capable dogfighting experience as the Drake, like it's I would say have to go with the anvil because the way they slave that turret to the pilot, you don't lose anything. Where if you have the Hurricane, you always lose the turret if you're solo. So even though the Hurricane is like the Anvil is way more damage, like it's crazy how fast you'll eat up ships. You have to have that crew in order to do that, and so you get penalized if you're solo play big time in the Hurricane, where you don't in the Hornet, and you don't and you have just it's just so beefy. Like you just see how like when I started that, I didn't realize I was javeling, and I was eating all his direct fire. Okay, let's see if I can fix the Hornet. Okay, weapons. Okay, they say empty, so they've empty. Why are they all marksman? It says equipped. Yeah, they're all like let's do this. We're gonna there we go. We'll go unequip, equip. unequip, equip, right? See if we can't. Okay. It says available 6. So I like to run the we're gonna have to go down and buy some missiles. I like to run the I think they're called the Arrow, and they just do more damage. And I'll show you. So those were marksman's ones. I'll show you the difference. Let me pull this up. Let me select. Let me select this guy right here. So you'll see. I'll drag this over just so you can get. Ooh, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Okay, you'll see right here. So I got the Super Hornet up, and you got the missile loadout. So before it was the Marksman one, and you'll see that the DPS, where'd it go? DPS is 9,000, right? And if I switch to the Arrow one, it's 18,000. So I double my DPS on the just by changing out the rocket type, and they do sell those here at Grim Heck. So I just got to go down. I'll show you where to get them. Lobby, main course, and hopefully that gives some better. I've noticed though an issue that I've been having is that when okay, this is janky the way this place is. You got to come up here, and then you don't go in the doors. You got to come over here to this other side, and like almost like you're going back to your room, but you go here where it's 0, where it's got the arrows, and then this is where your ship module, right? And then we're just gonna go vehicle weapons, missiles, right? And then we're looking for arrow 1. And we're gonna say buy whatever, right? Boom. Hit OK. One of my big issues here is that when I go to weapons, like our vehicle stuff, right? Like, how come they don't stack? They need to stack. Most of my inventory is from these missiles. They're from the missiles. Okay. Um, or actually it's F2, and then go back to select, and then we're going to select the Hornet weapon, and then now we'll try to equip, unequip, 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 unequip. Okay, now see, now they're showing up. Now they're showing up. It's this menu is super janky. Unequip, unequip. Okay, save. Unequip, save. See how I had to do that? It wouldn't let me mix match the like if I had 2 of one type, it wouldn't let me mix and match them. It had to be all or none on each rack. Like if I wanted to mix and match them, I would have to do it on separate racks. And you'll see now, hit save. And if I go back, boom, right? So now they all have arrow 1s. And these are infrared. Yeah, these are infrared. And I've found that the infrared, EM's the best for locking, but I would rather have the raw damage. And I've noticed early on, like that first early fight, let's say I wanted to nuke a shield, the infrared is better because you can do it from the front of the ship. And then let's go back. How am I doing on time? I think I'm going to end the video here. I don't want it to get on too long. But hey, like and subscribe. If you just want to let this play in the background, I'm okay with that. I got to get my viewer hours up. It's too low. And so I'm like 1,700, and I need to get to 4,000 for YouTube to recognize me as a human being. The algorithm and all that BS. Hey, thank you. All right, bye.